Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games, and welcome back to part 2 of my Communist United Kingdom campaign, which is what I'm calling it, even though I'm eventually going to become the Union of Britain, because I don't want people to click it and say, I saw Union of Britain, I thought this was a Kaiserreich campaign. No. Although we very may well see a Kaiserreich, depending on how this war keeps going. So, we're getting really short on fuel, it's the first thing I'm noticing. I think everybody here is all set. Yeah, so let's get them back here into Scapa Flow. And then maybe we can get, let's see, that's the reserve fleet. Maybe, let's see, we'll call this the Channel Force. Let's merge these all together. And we're gonna, well, we're not gonna quite get them training yet, but I do want to do that next. But let's fuel up for a while. Now, the next thing I want to do, we've got these 8 divisions, which are, they're taking their time. You know, we're just going to go to high priority because I just want to get these divisions out right now so I can, just for organizational purposes. So let's get the, like, those 24 over here, and then we're going to get working on some other stuff. Now, what decision's available? Right. Safety legislation, it's not till the, what, the 20-something, I think? Not that I have the political power to pay for it anyway, but we're about to get 100 of it. And it's going to cost me 75, so I guess we're just waiting for that. Now, I do want to say, even though I want to go communist as quickly as possible, I'm mostly just trying to pass these safety legislations and things, and when it comes time for the actual referendum, I'm probably just going to let the clock tick out once we get there. Actually, I work on some war propaganda support for a bit. No, let's wait. Let's wait until we're bottoming out again. So maybe we're going to pass the, because we're going to get 100 political power. Okay, yeah, we're going to pass the factory safety legislation. Then we're going to do war propaganda support. Good. It's going to be, it's a tight game because, of course, you know, like I said, I want to see how this works exactly. The moving to secure the dominions. But I also want to build up an army. Even if there's not very much, like I'd rather have an army that's small, but I can like defend everything. Not small, that's under-equipped, but I can at least kind of defend all these coastal areas around the world. Even if that meant it didn't have equipment, because the equipment will come. You know, we're communists. We're all about the workers and the unions and whatnot. We can make something happen here. But so anyway, we're going to pass the factory safety legislation, and let's get working on the war propaganda support, because once we go communist, I really quickly want to be able to do a war economy. Next up, foundations for the state, or should we withdraw from these territories? Yemen, China, Canada, Argentina, Ireland, and Spain. Do I have a navy in the Mediterranean? I should, right? Okay, we have some over here by Gibraltar. We have these guys as well. Let's move these over here or something, you know, in the nice open Jamaican area. This is home command, it says, so I guess we'll move them up here. And even just doing that, it's gonna, yeah, it's causing consumption. Yeah, so that minus 15% stability though, no bueno, no bueno. Instead, let's do the foundations for an Indian state. How's this coming? Getting there. 4 more to go. I think after that, let's we're gonna do these in units of 24 just to organize them, like I was saying. Because you see, look at that, I can only get so many out also. It's not as bad as it is with the United States, where you sometimes have trouble getting large numbers of divisions out. I just want to get these out. Like, let me put it this way, I want to be tapping out my manpower in terms of divisions. And now we're just waiting to pass the increase in paid leave legislation. So I want to get these done quickly, even if I'm not going to actually go communist as fast as I possibly can, just because there's a lot of negative effects that come with this. Look at this, minus 14% factory output, minus 14% dockyard output, but they only last for a year, so the sooner they're done, the sooner they can go away. At least that's the way I see it. Polish-Romanian alliance. Okay. And the U.S. Congress is passing a neutrality act. He's done yet. Awesome. All right. Let's start getting the... Well, let's have these be low priority, actually, so we can start getting these cranked out as quickly as possible. Whew! 33,000 in the hole. Gotta love that. Actually, are we hitting our efficiency caps? Not for infantry equipment. Okay. Oh, come on. It's good to invest in infrastructure now. It's good to invest in infrastructure now. I gotta keep telling myself that. Alright, but we have one decent army. The rest of these are gonna be not so much. We'll have a small professional base that we're working from. Let me just double check. There's not any... Okay, there's no navy here. No navy there. We've got the UK's Reserve Fleet, Far East Command, but nobody's going to be really isolated. Okay, foundations for an Indian state. Let's look at that. We've got them up to 26 civilian factories already. Now, I don't want to do towards Indian independence just yet. So, man, I'm wondering if I should take a little bit of time to do just limited rearmament. It's 4 civilian factories. That's not insignificant. That's a little over 10% of what I currently have. And I'd rather not lose this. But yeah, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to just do this real quick. Limited rearmament. Our new approach to domestic policies and international relations requires a healthy military to support it. In preparation, we should begin to expand our civilian industry so that it may form a stable foundation for a future expansion of our military industry in due time. Yeah, just a little bit of help, right? Let's pass the minimum wage legislation. All right, clipping along, clipping along. Then we're going to appoint the minister. Once the minister has been appointed, even though we're not at 50% support for the communists, that will put us just over. That's not even counting the daily change that we've got going on here. All right. And industry, industry, industry. That's the name of the game, although I also need to work on my oil a little bit. My reserves of it, and of course making more. All right, no more getting the change from effects from changing course, but it looks like we're going to be at exactly 50%. Is that going to be enough? No, we need more than 50%. Oh man, I'm going to be so annoyed if... Oh, do any of these give me a boost in communist support? Okay, when we've got trade union war propaganda support, we have this till May, so we got like 3 more months before we can boost again, and that's really the only thing I'm truly interested in right now, so I can get the war economy. Difficult. It's difficult. Let's keep working on extraction. How are we doing in terms of trade? Yeah, we're doing good, but I want to keep it that way. The junta very much has control. What is this? Renewal of the Rome Protocols at Hungarian instigation. Italy, Austria, and Hungary have renewed the Rome Protocols, originally signed in 1934. The agreements pertain to economic development and rapprochement. It is essentially a declaration of friendship. There are signs that may lead to an official alliance claimed at counteracting the growing revisionist and expansionist tendencies of Germany. Really? You don't say. So they're going fascist, but they're going to hang out with Italy. That's interesting. So I guess Mussolini's looking for friends, since it doesn't look like the Nazis are long for this world. Okay, do I want to go ahead and appoint... No, I don't want to appoint a prime minister just yet. Although another military factory might be good. 10% factory output. How's this all looking? Here's what we got to do. We got to... Where are you guys at? Oops. Wait, I'm trying to... Okay, you're going to drop here and join that army. Okay. So there's going to be 3 more. I'm going to have to do some adjusting as time goes on here, but it's fine. We're getting more of these cranked out. Actually, can we just add some more divisions now? There we go. Okay, so we're tapped out. We're tapped out, and I'm perfectly happy with that. Which means we're not going to be able to deploy any more ships, but again, I am okay with that. And I suppose Yeah, let's appoint the trade minister. Please tell me... Oh my gosh, does that count as more than 50%? Okay, so we're at 50.8% popularity. Now we've got almost 200 days to make the switch. That's tons of time. So we could do limited rearmament, and we'll start doing a lot of this other stuff as well. So, you know, I was talking about how we're going to start redistributing everybody. We're going to start putting some of these divisions over here in Canada, because this is going to be the most important area. We're going to have to do something about the manpower. Like, maybe I should promise trade unions not to increase conscription. When can we do that again? War to end all wars. British stoicism. You know, yeah, I should then try, since I'm doing this, after I'm done with limited rearmament, even though it's kind of tempting to come down to extra research slot, I think I'll wait. And instead, let's try to do everything except for decolonization. So then I could come over here and get over here for the good of revolution. So I'll be able to rush toward that pretty fast. And there's some other good stuff here that's going to give me political power. Half a year to go before we got to give the final concessions, so to speak. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a little bit more than needed to be there, but it's okay. And of course, yeah, we're gonna get some political power. So maybe even before I do war economy, I would. Oh wait, no, wait. When does the promise to not increase conscription end? Construction safety, factory demands. Shoot, when did I sign that? Well, it's gonna be like half a year anyway. Damn, I wish it. Like, if I do this, if I hover over it, will it show? No, it doesn't give me a date. Where to end all wars. Mandatory union days. Oh, so that was also increasing my communism support. That's going to be gone in August. Yeah, we'll be all right, because a lot of this stuff is hurting us at the moment. We're going to be okay in the end. So, since we're done with the limited rearmament, and this does not help until I'm in a defensive war. Industrial efforts kind of cool, but not amazing. Although 1, 2, 3, 210 days. No, that'll take too long. I'll already be communist. We'll go ahead and focus on withdrawing from the contested territories. Although, before I do that, where's the Raj? See, the Raj is currently a colony. They're not even a dominion. And Malay is an integrated puppet. So, you know what? I think we can survive making the move towards Indian independence, and there's going to be the 150 political power to pay for an increase in conscription law or whatever. British Raj will become a puppet, which they are already, isn't it? Yeah. The time has come to set India on its path to independence. We will begin gradually transferring governmental tasks, increasing their autonomy in preparation for full independence. Yep. Okay. We're committed. I really want to hold on to the Raj. Like, I know it's not as like important to hold as Canada, for example, because this puts me in a great position to attack the United States, but it's so big. It's the jewel of the empire. Look at George there. You know George wants me to hold it. You know he does. Alright. So we got these getting cranked out pretty quick. Let's actually adjust this a bit. Let me just do it this way. Yeah, that'll kind of do, I think. Nazis are really hanging in there. Okay, so we got 143 days. Yeah. The way I see it, there's no reason for me to trigger it early. Just buying myself time. The right ascendant in France. Are they? Can't even see the sliver. I'm trying to highlight it. Oh wait, there it was. Less than 1%. Is that really ascendant? Following close to 2 decades of political turmoil, the people of France feel they have yet to regain what was lost in the Great War. The French establishment have set their sights on reconstructing the French state and re-establish French greatness. These political reforms are strengthening the power of the state and the army, with the French people convinced by Edouard Daladier's promises of greatness. A tragic development for the Third Republic. You haven't ever seen France go to the right, not since they added that, actually ever, but they have, they dismantled the democracies. I think this lets them attack me and Germany if we're democratic, because I think there's a path where Germany goes democratic and it could join up with the UK. Oh, whoops. I guess that would be over here. I think, let's see, free elections, no Reds, Central European Alliance. Oh no, they create a new faction. I thought it was I could have sworn there was something where they join up with the British. I guess it's just here. I know they could do that with the Kaiser, but I thought for sure if they went democratic they could also. But no, you just all form up against the communists. It looks like. All right then. Mobilization speed is down. Weekly change. We've got a pride of the fleet. Okay, so let's do one more propaganda support. And that's going to give me more stability. That should get me over the 50%, so I can go to a war economy once I have become fully communist. And look at that, we're kind of getting some recruitment. Now, what we're going to do here is... got a lot of colonials here. Wait, that was a miscount. Alright, so we've got some more colonial armies here. We're going to put them... If France is going fascist, they're going to focus on Germany, not me, right? So let's... Oh, the Japanese or something I have to worry about. Let's put these guys out here in Malaya for right now. Next up is... Ooh, way too ahead of time on that. Maybe I should get that factory bonus. Those 70 days, though, they add up so fast. They will sneak up on you. It's 37. Can't quite get the extraction stuff yet. Maybe I should just take this ahead of time. Computing machine. Yeah, let's do that. So got 114 days to go. That's plenty of time to save up political power. So we're getting, what, 1 point something a day? 1.25. So it's going to cost 100 to do the referendum, another 150 to change my conscription. I mean, yeah, I can't change my conscription law anyway. I don't have a choice on this. But, okay, toward Indian independence is done. Then, so we need 250. Oh, which we already have. Look at that. We're at 268 already. So, and we got some more manpower. Sweet. Look at all this. Look at this. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So then 250 is what I want when we make the switch. Also, I don't know if I forgot to mention this, but another reason why I'm holding off on the referendum is because I want to make as much use out of Philip Kerr as I can. Time to withdraw from the contested territories. Here comes the stability hit, but can't really put it off any longer, can I? Oh, jeez, maybe I should just go for partial mobilization right now. What is this? Stanley Baldwin resigns 2 weeks after the coronation of King George VI. Mr. Baldwin has announced that he will resign the premiership in order to retire at the age of 70. Having led the national government on and off since 1923, he has been the steady hand responsible for bringing the British Empire out of the Great Depression, and in recent years has reluctantly overseen the beginning of imperial rearmament and abdication of King Edward VIII. He steps down as a popular and successful prime minister, but has he done enough to counter the growing threat from Germany? Mr. Chamberlain shall seek to form a government. So we got more factory output, which is good, considering we're almost 50,000 infantry equipment in the hole right now. So 5%, right? Could be the difference. Do I have Marines? Do I need them? Probably not. Let's, oh, fire control and stuff. Have I done that? No, I've not done fire control yet. We're also full up on oil, so let's get some training happening out here. I'm trying to think, yeah, should I just make the switch now? I've got a little over 3 months to go. Neville Chamberlain's hurting the war support, but he's going to go away. Oh, there it is. The Junta finally won in Germany. But he's going to... The German Civil War ends. I don't know why they always have him in the picture. Wilhelm Wagen. Wait, are they... What is... Romania's improving relations with them. Interesting. But I've got 3 months. And like I said before, I need 250 political power for once I make the switch. I don't see... Oh, can we do this? Oh, this might be interesting to give refuge. No, I'm far enough ahead in research. I really don't need to do that right now. There's definitely more important things. So... I think we're just gonna sit on our hands here for a minute. When did I promise the unions that I wouldn't... I did it in 1936, right? I think it was mid-1936. I promised them that I wasn't going to increase conscription laws for a while. So, there should be something here. By the way, this withdrawing from the contested territories is we're just going to give back a bunch of land from people who talk about proper clay and stuff. So, like Northern Ireland, Gibraltar, Yemen, etc., etc. India's gone democratic. Would you look at that? It's a nice color. Poland, Sikhs, Baltic, something or other. Let's see, these are just 35-day ones, and they give us a lot of political power. Let's just keep saving it up. Save it up, and then once I'm going communist, I'll be able to get all the ministers I want. Uh-oh. Guys, at the current consumption rates, I'm going to run out of oil in 5 years. I better watch out. Start getting another 24 divisions out as best we can. So we got these guys up here. Let's pull these guys out for now. And do that. Great. Can't believe it's still only halfway. When you think about it, it's a little wild. We're only halfway through 1937. Prepared defense, possibly. You know, that organization could be good when I don't have guns. Yeah, let's do that. I really want to make the switch in this episode, though. 2 months to go. Just gonna save it. I'm trying to remember, what's the ceiling on political power? It's not 400, is it, in vanilla? I think that's only in Kaiserreich. I think in vanilla it's 1,000. But that way, as soon as we make the switch, I'll get all these people, including George Orwell / they no longer get mandatory union days. Was that the one stopping me? No. No more mandatory union days. But anyway, I was saying, George Orwell, he could be good in a pinch if for some reason I lose war support when the referendum happens. I don't think that's going to happen, but just in case there's any incidents like that. Just keep it up. 1 more month to go. And we're still daily increasing the war support. But like I said, George Orwell will be who we use in a pinch if we have to. Yeah, alright, 401. We're all set. Self-government for the Americas time, also giving me more manpower. Excellent. Keep cranking these out. 4 more. 29 days. Try to keep an eye on a few things here. 24 days. Fuel consumption has actually increased, looks like. No, that needs a little more time. 20 days. This is instant, right? Oh wait, no. Okay, I'm fine. I thought for a second that I made a mistake. Never mind. With something else. But this is really great. Now we're only going to have to take... This is going to take 210. We'll have 241 days to take those other things. The decolonization. So I think this was the correct call to make, giving myself some time. But, you know, it's all early access. It ain't like there's a meta. Not that I'm a meta player. You guys know I'm not into that sort of stuff. Hold it steady. I'm going to do it when there's 2 days left just to be perfectly safe. Not perfectly safe, but to be extra safe. So, as socialist support has soared, we have no choice but to accede to the trade union's demands for a referendum. The outcome is all but a foregone conclusion. So this will get rid of trade union factory demands, construction safety regulations, and re-enables increasing the conscription laws. Wait, what? That was a restriction? Or I thought it was something where it said like for a year I couldn't do that. Oh, yeah, see, so, alright. Just to be clear, as we can see here, I have not turned communist yet, but I can change my conscription law if I wanted to. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. So it was just for a year, but this is okay, so this just looks like if there's any negative things, they just go away instantly. So we will now hold the referendum, communist demand referendum. Marxist ideas took root in the United Kingdom a long time ago, but have gained much more widespread support lately. The movement has spread outside political theory and into political practice, with disgruntled workers and even some high-profile celebrities voicing support. The communists call this class consciousness. The Conservative Party call it a fast track to riots and treason. Showing little faith in Neville Chamberlain being willing to implement the reforms they demand, the more vocal communists have called for an immediate referendum to have the current government removed. While we might be able to reverse the momentum of this mass movement, failure to do so will doubtlessly result in the more popular communist method of removal, revolution. The referendum is preferable to a bloody revolt. We're going to lose some more stability. Dang, we're down in the 60s now, aren't we? Oh, no. No, oh, because the party popularity switched over, so it sort of evened out, didn't it? All right, let's get to the other end of the day. Philip Kerr is gone, and we have Harry Pulliet in charge. I don't remember his jaw being quite that strong, but he's a staunch Stalinist. Oh, yeah. Factory output plus 10%, ideological drift defense plus 15%. Of course, he's in charge because he's the he was the general secretary of the Communist Party. So we can immediately go to war economy. Freaking awesome. Although, do I want to? I need to think about it because 346 is actually not too much political power. Oh, Pankhurst! I didn't see her before. Recruitable population 2%, stability minus 10%. Nice. But we are the Union of Britain now. Let's take a look at our national spirit. So we still have we still have Stoicism, Signatory, War to End All Wars. We also still have George the Sixth, as well as trade union war propaganda support. Well, we got to do this at least. Go to war economy. I think that's kind of been the point, hasn't it? We're going to do that. And we still got a couple minutes in this episode, so let's finish up self-government for the Americas, and then I'm going to figure out what I want to do from here. So we've now opened up some new options here, so we can eliminate the upper class. This is going to give us some political power, but we're going to get rid of aristocratic field marshals, generals, and admirals. So, for example, Monty's going to go bye-bye, I would imagine. Fate of the royal family, the notion that one person is worth more than another purely by birth sickens us. Okay, this gives me 60 political power. Also, move to secure the dominions. The dominions eye our ideological shift with suspicious eyes. It is not unlikely that they will reconsider their ties to Westminster if we let them, and so we must not. Acting swiftly, we may be able to forcibly effect a change in government before diplomatic relations become too strained. Enables move to secure the Dominion's decisions. So I would imagine that's like you gotta spend political power to get them to like you. These guys are a Dominion. Indian Arbor, would you look at that? Interesting. I wonder if the famine will go away if we become communists, maybe like agrarian reforms or something. Even a small interruption might cause a collapse. Oh, geez, maybe it'll do the opposite. I don't think I've ever seen a communist India. I wanted to play them, too. I want to do it at some point. Maybe I'll just do it anyway, because it'll be interesting to interact with the new UK. But do the, what's the achievement called? Our words are backed with nuclear weapons? Yeah. Because the Indias are some of my favorite countries to play in Kaiserreich, but I have never played them in Manila. Or if I did, it was so long ago, I don't even remember it. Oh, Japan went... Oh, they're going for the Soviet Union. They supported the Kodoha faction. That's interesting. Well, like, it's just about the end of the episode here, so let's just kind of peek in at what's going on around the world. We got cooperation with the Nationalists here. Commies here. We're inviting about to start inviting foreign investors. I wonder how this will work with current ruling party is not aligned. We're not, though. Oh, wait, so this just means they're not going to... Wait, what? It's checkmarked, but we're not aligned. So why would we help the KMT? I guess that probably means to say if we're not fascist or something. I don't know. Like, if we look at our factions, this is still us. We still have the Empire, pretty much. They're all in our faction. They're just not communists. So, like I was saying, there's probably... I would imagine the securing the dominions is going to involve trying to influence them to stay with us in various ways. Oh yeah, one last thing I wanted to do, just so I don't forget it in the next episode. Alright, cool. We got another 24. We're going to send these ones. Let's see, we've got Malaya covered. I've got Canada covered. Maybe I should send more to Canada. Or... do we want to send them over to India? It's a lot of ground to cover out here. But, you know, if we get into it, like if Japan attacks through Siam, let's get them right here. Like so. And where's my other 24? Alright. So, I will see you all in the next episode. This is kind of interesting. I really like domestic stuff in my Hearts of Iron 4 stuff. You know, I know the war is going to eventually come, but you know, like we're barely even into 1937. The only war that's still really going on is the American Civil War. And would you look at that? So I will see you all in the next episode of Conquering History Games. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great day.